Alright, well, you just come up here, and whenever you're ready, you can start. We'll be timing the second you start talking, and we'll go from there. Thank you.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Jeremy Bedient, and I'm running to be one of the freshman resident representatives. Throughout high school, I developed a passion for serving my peers as a representative on the student council. When I was there, it was one of those things where it was what I really came to school for. There were days when I would come to school at 6 in the morning and I wouldn't leave until midnight just to make sure that an event went well. Through countless meetings with administrators and countless hours spent at school, we were able to make some pretty big changes. And I want to bring that experience and that passion and that dedication here to NJIT as I serve you. My plans center around making sure that everyone has a reason to stay here on campus, whether that be through working with student groups to make incredible programming, or through hearing your feedback to make the physical aspects of campus better. I want to be your voice. Once again, my name is Jeremy Bedient, I'm running for freshman resident representative.
Hello everyone, my name is Kush Patel and I'm running for your freshman resident representative. I'm a civil engineering major and I live on the Honors Dome. I'm really experienced at representing other people. Just last year in high school, I was selected to be representative of my school to the Edison Township Environmental Commission. I used to work with councilmen, commissioners and other people, and I used to make sure that I used to make sure that my schoolmates could get volunteer hours, they could participate in projects and help the environment. If you vote for me, I would like to serve you as well. Thank you. My name is Kush Patel and I'm running for your freshman resident representative.
My name is Zachary Kennedy and I'm running to be a class resident representative. I'm running for this position because I think that as a class, we have the potential to make our 4 years here at NJIT, which is now our home, a really great place to live. It's going to be our home here for the next 4 years, so we might as well make it the most enjoyable and awesome place to live. I have a couple ideas of how to do this, but I know that you guys all have great ideas as well, and I'm willing to be an ear to any ideas you have and a voice for you as I represent you for our class. So once again, my name is Zachary Kennedy, and I would love to be your class resident representative.
Hi, my name is Amina Ecole, and I'm a freshman here at NJIT, just like the rest of you guys, and I'm running for freshman class residential representative. I'll be studying biomedical engineering here at NJIT, and I'm a part of the EOP program. And the reason why I want to run for this position is because I want to be the voice to the people that don't know how to speak up. Usually, I'm the person that always has something to say, and I feel as though I'll be a great asset to the school senate, especially for the freshmen, because as freshmen, a lot of people don't want to speak up and say what they want to say, and I want to be the person that's going to speak up for us and make our housing situations a better place and make people want to stay on campus, because most people don't. So, yeah, vote for me.
Hello everyone, my name is Elias Bakhtiar and I'm running for the freshman resident representative. And throughout high school, I've always been involved in a lot of clubs and sports. I've played several sports in high school, and I was part of Key Club, Student Council, and Steering Committee for all 4 years. And I've always had the experience of working with other people and like interacting with them, and just like brainstorming ideas and making things work and making things happen. And I'm willing to be like the bridge between the freshmen and the staff here at JIT, and to make our residents resident halls as best as they can be. So thank you so much.
Hi, my name's Anuj Patel and I'm running for freshman resident representative. And I just want to say that in high school I had a passion for putting in my effort to make a change in my school, and seeing a change after putting in the work is the best feeling, and I want to do the same thing in college because this is our home now. So I'm willing to put in the effort to make a change and represent the freshman residents. And again, my name is Anuj Patel. Thank you.
right, so I'm gonna ask you all a question, and then from there, you guys have 30 seconds each to answer in the same order you guys come up to talk. My first question for the resident reps will be, as a first-year student, your job will be to create a sense of community and connectivity between all the residents who are under you. What events or activities do you plan to create, and what do you feel with the sense of connection that will be involved with your job?
All right, thank you for that question. So I think that the big thing is definitely putting on these big programs to make sure that people are feeling included. And rather than do one large event, I want to make sure that on a monthly basis or on a bi-weekly basis, we're just doing something enjoyable, something fun together. Sort of like those activities that were going on in the first weekend that we were here. Things that give you an opportunity to meet other people, but also don't take up so much of your time that you get distracted from studying or any of the other things that you might want to get involved in while you're here.
Hello. I would like to have two major types of events on our campus. First of all, as we are staying on campus, we feel like going outside, exploring other places. So all residents should have the option for going on field trips to nearby places, like one-day trip. And the second thing is, there should be one event each semester, one big event, where all the residents come together, have fun on campus. It can be something like the NJIT Fun Day, or it can be somewhere in campus center or in. Thank you.
Like Jeremy said, I really think that we should have events often that are just really fun and really engage everybody, like the first weekend. I know that when I went to all of those, I was meeting tons of new people, and it was just a great experience, learning meeting new people, learning new faces, and just having a good time. It can be the simplest of things, just like outside playing can jam or cornhole or little fun games, but it's really things that bring us together as a community, as a freshman class of 2021.
I believe that everybody is from somewhere, so I believe that the residents should have activities that represent where they're from. So if we have activities like dealing with culture, everybody can bring a dish, like a big potluck, things like that, so everybody can express who they are and where they're from. I believe that that's a big part of being a resident, because you're dealing with so many different people and so many different backgrounds. So I feel like that's a very important part about staying on campus and about all the residents. And I feel that a sense of community is very important when you're living with different people, especially people you don't know.
So I think the best way to engage the entire community in NJIT is to be able to have people play games with each other and things like that, so that they can have fun and make friends at the same time. So I would like to create things like bingo tournaments, volleyball tournaments, or gaming tournaments. So every weekend or something like that, because this way we can all engage together and have fun and make new friends.
So through my experience, I think that instead of planning bigger events weekly or in semesters, I think a better way would be to plan more organized things within floors. So hanging out on the floor, and then study groups and other ways to hang out with your dorm itself to make your resident life more fun.
All right, thank you everyone. We'll be having a second question.
So knowing the duties of this position, what is your strongest character trait, and why do you think this trait will help you if you're elected to this position?
I'd like to think that communication is probably my strongest tool for this position. As a freshman resident representative, I have to be making sure that I'm listening to the concerns of my constituents, and then also voicing those concerns to administrators, and making sure that the things that I'm doing are in line with what the students want and with what the freshman residents want.
A good trait about me is that I'm a good listener. I speak less, but I listen more. So as a representative, I would like to listen to all 700 residents, what they want, and communicate that to our administrators, our staff, and implement that, make it happen.
I think a skill that I possess that will really help me in this position would be my organization. I know from experience in high school as a class secretary, 3 years, and vice president, that it's good that you need to get the ideas, but being organized and on top of everything in the many stages of planning to get those events and fundraisers done is what really counts. Because we could have all the ideas in the world, but unless we have a plan of action to accomplish them, they won't be accomplished.
I believe that a great trait that I have is I'm very outspoken. So if I see anybody that looks like there's something wrong with them, I'm gonna ask. I talk to a lot of people in the dorms, I would say. I can communicate with all different types of people. I feel like I have a passion of listening to people and hearing what other people have to say. So I feel like that's a big part and role when you're in a position of power. So.
I think my biggest asset is being able to be open with people, and because I've always had experience interacting with people throughout high school. I've been in many clubs and sports, so I have a good sense of openness and being able to listen to people. And as being in a position of power, I'm willing to take all these ideas and put them into action and just implement them all in the best way I can.
I think a great trait I possess for this position is just having conversations with people, as in like, if I just see a stranger then like in the dorm or something, I'll just talk to them in the hallway and have a small conversation. And I think that goes a long way because as a residential representative, I think knowing their ideas and what they want is effective for what I could plan for them.
Thank you, everyone. Those are two questions that the moderator will be asking. Kellen, you can go ahead and start with the questions from outside the crowd.
Hey guys, so the audience would like to know, if offered a small budget, what would the first project you would like to take on?
All right, so first project. I mean, there are plenty of projects that I'd like to take on, but I think one that would be really interesting would be to invest in something like a Gaga pit or another volleyball court, something where we have more opportunities to get people involved in just simple recreation. This can be used by really anyone, but I know it's something that people can enjoy and definitely use for a long time.
If I get a small budget, the first thing that I would like to do is to buy electronics that can be rented to all residents. Currently, we can only rent iPads, and that too in library for 3 hours. We cannot take it outside. I would like to use that budget to get electronics like iPad, GPS, DSLR cameras, and other electronics, which we can use it conveniently in our hall or other places on campus.
One idea that I have if I had a small budget to use would be to employ a vacuum rental program. A lot of us moved here and we were either close to home, so we thought, if I ever need a vacuum, I can just get it there. Or we came from far away and we obviously didn't bring it because it was too much space. And we live in those dorms. Everything that we do, sometimes we eat meals there. It can get a little messy, so if we have a few vacuums at every residence hall or one on each floor, it would make all of our lives a little bit easier.
I believe that if we have a small budget, that we shouldn't be spending any money. I believe that we should be fundraising and trying to get more money so we can host more events and do more things. We can use maybe a small portion of the money, but I don't feel like it should go towards things like iPads, because after that, their money's going to be nowhere to be found. So I feel that we should fundraise and utilize small amounts of money until we can double it, triple it, and do more activities with the money that we raise.
If I get a small amount of funding, the thing I would do is I would invest into community work so that not only do our residents feel good about themselves by doing community work, but also they'll make friends and engage with the community. And I think it's really important that, especially here in Newark, we should give back to the community because we'll feel really great about it, and we'll make a lot of friends in the process.
If I was given a small budget, I would possibly consider upgrading like on the floors. Like I know sometimes they have movie nights and things like that, but through experience I've seen that they aren't really that high tech. So upgrading the experience for the residents would I think be beneficial for everyone.
Thank you. The audience would also like to know if you encounter any difficulties in your position, how would you go about handling them?
All right, that's a really good question. So when it comes to difficulties, I think the first thing that I would do is probably stop, look at the situation, and look at the steps that I need to overcome those difficulties, whether it involves working with other people and reaching out to any of the resources available to me. I think that those would be some of the big steps that I take, because there are problems that no one person can take on alone. And there are so many resources around us that we can take advantage of.
If I'm unable to fulfill my responsibilities, the first thing I would do is talk to other people who have been residents representative before, talk to them how they have done things. Also, there are other staff members, other student organizations who would like to approach similar projects or issues. So I would also work with them.
May I ask what kind of difficulties exactly they think of when that I might encounter?
Any sort, it may be time management, it may be you're having difficulty communicating with your peers or your other representatives, whatever difficulties you may encounter at your student senate or your first year as a college freshman.
Okay, I would definitely reach out to upperclassmen that know the ins and outs of the position. I know when thinking about this job, I was talking to the past president, and they gave me tips of what definitely helps for the position, how to definitely do better at it. So I think they have the experience and knowledge, so we can learn from them and not make the same mistakes. And that would help in a difficult situation.
If I would encounter any difficulties while being the residential representative, I feel as though I would try my best to solve it myself, because I'm more of it's my responsibility, I need to fix it. But if it's really out of my hands, I'll reach out to my peers and, people that have positions of power, because they've been through it. So first-hand experience is the best experience, I believe. So they would be able to help me if I need people.
Should any difficulties arise while I'm in this position, I would reach out to former student senate members and also current student senate members and anyone who knows all about the process of being in this position. And I'd also talk to the staff and anyone else who's involved in student senate, so that I can make sure that I can overcome this difficulty. And the openness of the school is what really makes me want to engage with other people and overcome any difficulty that I have.
I've already had like a ton of questions transitioning into college, and the best resource in my experience is friends that I have that are upperclassmen, and I plan on using the same strategy of asking people who have experience about this and asking them what their opinion is.
That's the rest of the questions from outside the crowd. Now we'll be having 1-minute closings for all of you, just like the same way you guys came up for your openings, come up for your closings. And then after that, we'll switch on to the freshman class openings. Go ahead.
All right, so between my opening statement and the questions that I've answered, I think that I've done a pretty good job of explaining what I plan to do in this position. But I'd like to reiterate a few key points for you. One, I'm a candidate with passion, experience, and dedication to serve each and every one of you freshman residents. It is my goal to be your voice and to make sure that we make this first semester and this first year as freshmen the best that it can be. I want to do this through a bunch of things, but doing small events like movie nights, big group things where we all get to know each other just a little bit better. Because having those friends on campus is what's going to make this experience better. It's not necessarily the classes we take or the clubs that we're a part of, but it's the relationships that we create with other people. Once again, my name is Jeremy Bedian, and I'd like to be your freshman resident representative. Thank you.
Hello. I just want to conclude by saying that I'm really dedicated and I really like serving people. I'm a good listener and I would like to do what people want, not only what I want, what other residents also want. Secondly, I have a passion for helping people, helping humanity. If you see my posters around, my slogan is helping humanity since 1999. So I like doing community projects, and that's why I want to run for freshman resident representative. My name is Kush Patel, and I'm running for freshman resident representative.
Hello again. I just want to reiterate, my name is Zach Kennedy. I'm running to be the class resident representative. I think that I have the experience that it takes to fill a position. I have experience with dealing with other people, fundraising, organizing projects, and that's essentially what we're still doing here. I want to do all these things to make these 4 years that we have at NJIT the best years of our life, like we're all told that college is. But it's only going to be like that if you have someone that's willing to listen to your thoughts and make your voice heard to make it better for you. So that's why I would love to be your class resident representative. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amina Cole again. I believe that I would be the best person for this position along with another person because I have so much experience being in positions of authority, especially in high school. I was president of a couple clubs and councils, and I interacted with so many different types of people. I just want to make sure that all the different types of residential buildings are homes away from home, and I want everybody to be united, and I want to make sure that it's the best living experience that we can have because who doesn't want it to be? So vote for me, Amina Cole.
Hello everyone, my name is Elias Spector. Once again, I'd just like to reiterate that I would like to serve as your freshman resident representative because I would like to give back to the community and be the voice of the voiceless. I would like to establish firm ties within this NJIT resident community and have a close-knit community here at NJIT because I just want to be able to build all these, bring all these programs here to NJIT and so that we can all engage and be friends and come together. So once again, my name is Elias Bakhtiar, and please vote for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anuj Patel, and I just want to say again that I'm willing to put in the effort and the time it takes to make living on NJIT a fun place and having the opportunities to make friends and socialize on your dorm and things like that. So again, my name is Anuj Patel, and I'm running for freshman resident rep. Thank you.